Okay, so it's been a while, but we have a 1,500 point battle report for you. I'm facing a pretty awesome Marine army over here with drop pods like crazy. Check out all these drop pods. 5 guys in one drop pod, 10 guys and 10 guys, another drop pod. Meltas everywhere. Vindicator, the Aegis defense line with a bunch of missile unit troops. Pretty awesome stuff. And I'm playing kind of a mechanized army, except with some Jetbikes in it. 2 Farseers, 2 units of Jetbikes. 1 unit of Dire Avengers in here, unit of my Melta guys in here, and 2 Fire Prisms. And I am going first unless my opponent can steal initiative on a 6. No, gets a 3. Okay, so Eldar is going first. It is night fighting. My opponent's Warlord trait allows night fighting turn 1, automatic night fighting. My Warlord trait is Stealth in Ruins. Pretty interesting. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up my top of turn 1, pretty pathetic turn. With night fighting in effect, searchlights happening over here, and 48-inch range guns. I decided to take a position back here because there's going to be 2 drop pods dropping. So I've made a defensive line. I've retreated my army to the back of my board, and I've placed my Jetbikes in front. Both of the units are fortuned to try to prevent drop pods from doing anything terribly fancy. And we're going to see what happens, though, that we're going to take some casualties very soon because there are drop pods coming on right now. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 1, 2 drop pods land, 5 guys, Wolf Guard with 4 Meltas. Got really lucky. They fired at my vehicle back there despite me having the cover save and all that, and being outside of double dice range because they've drifted a little bit. They managed to blow it up with a single Melta hit. Took it out. Blast, wounded 7 guys, but I made all my saves. Oh, sorry, I hit 7 guys, wounded only I think 2 or something, made my saves. Over here, these guys tried to get lucky against my shield. Couldn't get the Meltas through the Wave Serpent's shield, and nothing over there. This thing fired and actually wounded a guy, but I made my saves. This thing went up, moved up, and then flatted out 6 more inches. Moved up, flatted out 6 more inches. Missile guys didn't do much except reposition themselves. And it is on to top of turn 2 for Eldar. We've already lost first blood instantly. Despite my careful setups, intelligent decisions, no good. Back in a bit. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 2, fortune on both squads of Jetbikes. That one successfully doomed this unit over here. It took everything, but we fired Jetbikes, Bladestorm, and this vehicle, and we managed to nuke that whole unit. Over here it took a lot of shooting too. It took all these Jetbikes, plus the Melta guys came out, plus the vehicle to gun down that unit fully. This guy took a pot shot. After moving a little bit, took a pot shot and zotted. That guy managed to only glance him. He failed his cover save, so 1 glance on that guy. Then we moved this way with the Jetbikes, and then these guys moved back. They chickened back because there's a unit of 10 guys coming at us as well. And that was it for my turn. We're going to see, do you want to roll for your reserves? See if that other drop pod comes on? 3 up? No, not yet. Not yet. Okay. So back in a bit with the bottom of turn 2. Bottom of turn 2 for the, sorry, this is Space Wolves. I should be clear if I haven't said that before. I think I said Space Marines originally. So what happened here? Tons of shooting. Basically, my opponent decided to forget about my vehicles and he's firing at all my troops. So with my rerolls, I did still lose 3 bikes over here. They made their leadership though, unfortunately. Well, fortunately they made a leadership. I lost 3 bikes though. Over there, 3 bikes lost from just 3 missile hits. Couldn't make the rerollable 5+. Pretty impressive shooting from those Space Wolves over there. This thing moved over here and then flatted out over here to stay out of Melta range of these guys. And one of these jerks actually blew away my poor Fire Dragons. No good over there. So much for that. And that was about it. So we're going to do our top of turn 3. We have to deal with stuff here. Stuff is still encroaching into our territory. Got to figure out what to do with these troops here. I think I have some ideas for what to do with this thing. I think I'm going to just try to charge it with my guys. The problem is that's very dangerous because even if that succeeds, if I don't kill most of these guys here, they're just going to charge my unit and kill them. So it's a real tough choice. But I'm going to try to do it. We'll see what happens. Okay, wrapping up top of turn 3. Fortune on both Jetbike units. This one moved up here and just to charge through the spears, charged it, wrecked it. These guys moved over here, got 1 health point off with a spear throw, and then actually charged in to wreck it. Did not explode, luckily for us. This thing moved over here. Combination of this thing and that thing only got 1 glance on there, and he had a cover save, this guy that managed to do it. So no effect on that vehicle. It's the toughest rhino ever. Pretty awesome. This guy just went flat out, and that was it, just because there's going to be another bunch of guys landing on a drop pod, so I don't want to take the risk that he doesn't have a good cover save. So, and there was nothing else to shoot at with him, really. So. Over to bottom of turn 3. So rounding up bottom of turn 3, this unit just got harried. This drop pod landed here, blasting, shooting from there, shooting from there, shooting from the surviving drop pod guns, even though this one needed snap fire. Managed to blow away most of the unit except left the Warlock, the unit member, the sergeant guy, and the Farseer. Farseer survived 3 crack missile insta-kill hits with his 4+ rerollable and vulnerable save. Pretty lucky bastard there. Attaboy. That's the way to do it. Other than that, some things advanced. Those guys ran towards this battle line over here. There's still a small unit of troops inside here. I didn't realize that, so I have to actually figure out something to deal with. because if they can advance on this objective, I'm going to be in trouble. So I got to think about that. In the meantime, it's turn 4 coming up. Okay, so rounding up that turn, managed to blow this thing open with Meltas. They only wrecked it though. Actually, the Meltas weren't enough. I had to fire the vehicle at that thing. So as a result, I only got really these guys firing at that unit. Killed 1 guy total. Not an amazing round of shooting, but we've had some good rounds, so I can't complain. This thing just moved a tiny bit, helped the vehicle shots into here. Still no help on killing those guys, because that's wrecked now. Other than that, we weren't able to do anything. There was nothing worth mind warring. These guys flew back over here because they actually failed their fortune, because we succeeded on fortune, but we were close just in range of that thing. 4+ saves stopped the fortune, so I chickened away totally over here. And that was pretty much it. That's kind of what the board looks like. These guys, this thing moving up a little bit to unload them. So be it. We're going to see what happens with the bottom of turn 4. I should also mention these guys are stunned, so they're going to be snap firing next round, and they cannot assault because they're inside the vehicle. So just that's an important thing to know. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 4, some insanely good luck on this vehicle. Mind you, I do have 3+ cover from the ruins because of my Warlord trait stealth and ruins, but. Man, so many hits. Missiles from those guys, missiles from those guys, firing through all this junk in the way. Got a bunch of penetrations and glances, but I shrugged it all off. And then 2 plasma shots tried their best over here. Couldn't even hurt the armor. Luckiest vehicle ever. On the flip side over here, I managed to kill one of these guys. Oh, I forgot to roll leadership on these guys. Leadership 9 because one of them died. And they're running away like chickens. They're going 5 inches that way somewhere. Oh, okay, so no good for those guys. What else happened? Those guys are snap firing, so they just helped snap fire into here. But that's pretty much all it was. Snap firing, that thing over there. The Stormbolter here has been blown away, or that thing's dead, sorry. So that was that. They're running, unfortunately, but we're looking not too bad right now. We're going to try to do our powers and see what we can do. Turn 5 right now. There's an objective here, an objective here, and one objective here that can be unloaded onto by those guys. So it's going to be pretty interesting right now. Back in a bit. And we are down. We've lost first blood tomorrow. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 5. After much sort of humming and hawing, I decided to unload these guys. We're treating this as a ruin, so I Bladestormed in through there. With a combination of that and a large blast from this guy, managed to gun down half the unit, roughly. 6 guys, so there's 4 left. Made their leadership. Over here, we doomed those guys. Unfortunately, I lost my Warlock as he took off from this ruin. What a jerk, eh? Stupid Warlock. What a loser. Total loser. So he, despite having a rerollable armor, failed it. And then we had fired into here with this, with that. These guys kept running. They kept running. They tried to snap fire on this thing, but no luck. But we managed to gun this down to 4 remaining dudes, and they made their leadership. So that is pretty much it. These guys are chickening back behind here. A Mind War actually managed to zot his standard bearer. I succeeded on all the crazy luck needed to zot that thing. So it's on to bottom of turn 5. So rounding up bottom of turn 5. Man, what a brutal game. These guys, like I knew they would. Despite just chaff left, they got gunned down like crazy. We're playing that you can see through Rex, so that's why like all those missiles blast. It took every single shot of everything he had, but he managed to gun down that entire unit. Exarch went down relatively early, which is what kind of hurt that unit there with the 3+ armor, but so be it. And then these guys tried to charge in here, but couldn't roll. They double ones, thank goodness. These guys fired in here. I tried to charge me. I gunned down the lead guy, and they just couldn't roll. I think they needed a 6 or 7 to get in there on charging, but they couldn't quite make it in. We're going to see if the game ends now. If it ends now, I think I'm toast because I only have 1 objective here. That one was gunned down. He has 1 objective here. His guys came out. He has first blood, and I think these guys are in my deployment zone. So it'll be pretty crazy right here. On a 3+, it continues, right? Oh no, 3+ it ends. No, continues.
3+ it continues.
Yeah. Oh, continues still. Turn 6 coming up. Here we go. What a close game. So rounding up top of turn 6, fighting for our lives here after some good rounds early on, but managed to gun down that whole unit. We doomed them successfully, fortune successfully over here, and then chickened towards this objective. Then we managed to tons of shooting, but still 1 guy remains. I can't believe my bad luck with that, but so be it. This 1 jerk could ruin my whole day, but so be it. And we managed to gun down the rest of that unit. We chickened out behind there. Checking around over here, these guys finally rally, these idiots. So they snap fire to try to hit him, but they couldn't get a single snap fire hit, so that's no surprise there, but maybe it'll be useful sometime later. And that is it. We're on to the bottom of turn 6. That's what the board looks like. So rounding up bottom of turn 6, that was. Some shooting into the Wave Serpent. These guys couldn't kill anybody. Fortune was too strong, couldn't hurt the armor of the Wave Serpent. This one fluky guy, despite so many saves on the unit, he survived somehow. He managed to move up and ran 6 inches to contest that. It's crazy how 1 mob can screw over your whole game, but who knows? The game, we roll again now on a 4, 5, or 6. It continues. Here we go. That one lone guy, 4, 5, or 6. Come on, continue. No, of course it ends. Of course it ends. So actually, it's 3 points here, 3 points over here, and you end up having 2 extra points because you have one guy in my deployment zone plus this guy contested. Look at that. That one model single-handedly swung 5 points in the game. Awesome. Love it. Thanks, man. Good battle. Good close game.